Okay, welcome back. This is a quick overview of the controls within the app, the web server. So here you start a number of different programs, which are based upon the neural entrainment hypothesis of the mechanism of flicker light. And so each of these correlate to a frequency band. For example, flow state is the default 8 to 12 hertz alpha. Then we have creativity and sleep, which is the 3 to 8 hertz theta. Um, give me an experience is the full range of 3 to 40 hertz. Manual mode will be where you manually control the brightness and the frequency from the device. Generally good is 8 to 20 hertz. Concentration is in the higher range, and learning and focus, these are both beta 1 and beta 2. Which is, I think, 15 to 20 hertz and 20 to 25 hertz, respectively. Then we have the bilateral stimulation modes, where we have the stop lights, just switch the lights off, bilateral off, so that they are both eyes are in synchronization. Bilateral V1 is where each eye alternates, where the left eye is on and the right eye is off, and then the right eye is on, the left eye is off, and it alternates between these two. Bilateral V2 is similar, but it adds a space in between each flicker, so that the left eye goes on, right eye is off, then both are off, right eye is on, left eye is off, then both is off, and it repeats. So these are some experiences to play with. Then we have the color modes here. We have red and white, which are the two favorite, and then color mode. And you can just pick a random color by clicking on here to explore through. The manual mode is the next page. Now for custom experience, very straightforward. You choose each of the default experiences are 10 minutes long. For the custom experience, you can choose your minimum frequency and maximum frequency. That creates the frequency band that you're going to be within. Duration in seconds. The chaos level is the rate of change. So at 1, it will be a very rapid rate of change. And at 9 and 10, it will be a very slow but smooth transition between the different selected frequencies. Color mode you choose here. If you're on color mode, then every time it picks a new frequency, which depends on this chaos level, it will change color. And bilateral mode is off V1, V2. Then we go to manual mode. So in here, if you're in color mode, you can select a color. So this is 0 is red, 255 is actually also red, 90 is green, and blue is around about 160, I believe. Yeah, 160. So that goes through the hues, the color of the rainbow. This is the chaos level again, so you can change the rate of change in story mode. Brightness on the device, this is the same as what you have on the knob. The frequency, so you can select manual frequencies here. You can also input specific numbers, so be very methodical about this. And then the duty cycle is how for each frequency, so for each on-off cycle, what percentage of that is it on? The default is 40%. Then you have 3 is 30%. So for each frequency, 30% of the time the light is on and 70% the light is off. 60% on, 40% off, etc., etc. This is an interesting feature to play with. When I changed it from 50% down to 40%, I noticed a very large increase in psychedelic or hallucinatory phenomena. So explore with this. Then we have the light controls again and the color mode controls again. Over to system, we have the system controls, shutdown device that puts into deep sleep mode. We have reboot device to kickstart it again whenever you make any changes here. Refresh settings, that just reloads the settings page here, but that's not so important. Toggle group mode is only if you have multiple devices and you want to sync them up together. For single users, this is not needed. Toggle Wi-Fi boot would be, will it switch on the Wi-Fi and serve this web server as soon as you switch the device on? This is off by default. Otherwise, it's 5 clicks to switch it on. And then these two here, update to main and update to dev. This is how you would update to the newest firmware. The main branch is the stable one, which has been well tested, is much more reliable and generally cleaner. Dev is the one that I use. So if you want to play around with really cutting edge stuff that I'm fiddling around with and test, you're more than welcome to jump on here and play around. The documentation will be better in the future. Here you can add Wi-Fi configurations. So you can add multiple Wi-Fis here. It will, when it switches on, it tries to connect to the Wi-Fi. It searches for available Wi-Fis, finds any of them in the list that are here, and then connects them. If you have multiple Wi-Fis within range that you have saved here, it will tend to connect to the first one you added to this, that is. I find this helpful. The two I put in here primarily is my home Wi-Fi and the and my mobile hotspot, which I'll get to in a second. Then we have the system settings. This is if there's any sort of problem or complication with your device, I would, through phone or email, give you the instructions of what we need to input in here, here, or down in the command section to fix that. But otherwise, I would say don't touch this. Cool. So that's in a nutshell, the control app. So the main place of interest, I think, is selecting these pre-configured experiences here, designing your own custom experience, and manually exploring the controls and the modes, specifically the frequency. This is a two-way connection. So if I control the knob on here, you'll see that the dial is moving. I will improve the connectivity and the update of these shortly. And if I go to frequency and manual mode, again, you can see that changes. So that is a two-way communication there. And finally, the exciting part that will be coming soon is in between here, the experience and manual mode, there will be the music mode. And I think the first update is going to be that I will make it possible for the device to react to the microphone of the device that you're using. So the serenspecs will respond to the microphone so that you will be able to utilize the ambient sounds of your environment, which could be nature, could be the audio, could be sound, could be in a club, could be in a living room, could be a guided meditation. All of these things then become accessible and just respond to some nearby sound. Good. So that's the current level of the app, fully functional, working smoothly. And if you have any issues or requests, then please don't hesitate to reach out. You can either put them in the comments or come onto the Discord or send me an email. And I'm more than happy to look into that. Any bugs definitely need to be cleaned up. And I'm specifically interested in feature requests. So if there's anything you want to see added, obviously the music responsivity is definitely coming, but if there's anything specific or you have any thoughts on any of these matters, your input is greatly appreciated. So that's that. Thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video.